All right, let's get into it. We're not just going to talk about AI today, no. We are actually going to build one together. Right now, we're going to create your very own personalized AI marketing consultant, and I'm going to walk you through every single step.
So, let me ask you, are you ready to build an actual AI marketing expert completely from scratch? I mean, really think about that, because by the end of this, that's exactly what you'll have. A complete blueprint to create an AI agent that's tailored to any field you can possibly imagine.
Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll figure out our agent's mission by finding its niche. Then, the fun part. We'll build its brain and make it way smarter with some custom knowledge. After that, we'll generate some proof of its skills, put on a final showcase, and then wrap up with the single most important rule for getting your project seen.
First things first, finding your niche. And look, this is more than just a creative choice. It's pretty much the foundation for everything else we're going to do. A really clear mission is what separates a generic, kind of boring chatbot from a powerful, specialized consultant.
Our goal here is to build a specialized AI. And that word specialized is key. Why? Because a generalist AI, well, it gives general answers. But a specialist gives you a real competitive edge. And the best part is the choice of what to specialize in is totally 100% yours. So pick something you're excited about, and let's build an expert.
And if you're kind of scratching your head thinking, what niche? Don't worry, I've got you. Think about lifestyle. Maybe an AI that's a sustainable fashion growth manager. Or if you're into tech, what about a SaaS user acquisition expert? That's just a fancy way of saying an AI that helps software companies get new customers. You could even go super local and design a brand architect just for coffee shops. Seriously, the possibilities are endless here.
Okay, mission accepted. Now, for the really cool part, let's build this agent's brain. This is where we give it a core identity, its logic, its personality. It might sound a little technical, but trust me, the process is surprisingly simple.
Getting the agent link is actually way easier than it sounds. It's just 3 quick steps. First, you'll pop into the Gemini web app and look for gems. Think of these as templates for your own custom AIs. Step 2, you give it a professional name and describe what it's an expert in. And then, step 3, and this is super important, you click Share and make sure it's set so that anyone with the link can view it.
Think of this next part as writing your agent's DNA. This is where you really give it a personality and a purpose. You'll define its role, its job title. You'll list its capabilities, what can it actually do. You'll tell it what frameworks to use, like IDA, which is a classic marketing model for getting attention, building interest, creating desire, and prompting action. And finally, you set its tone. This table right here is your ultimate guide.
All right, we've built the brain, which is awesome. But right now, it's an empty brain. It doesn't know anything specific yet. So it's time to send our agent to school. This next step is all about transforming it from a generic tool into a true specialist.
So, how do we make our agent smart? It's actually pretty simple. You're going to give it its own personal library to study from. All you have to do is upload 2 or 3 really high-quality documents, things like PDFs or research papers that are laser-focused on your niche. This is the secret sauce that makes your agent totally unique.
So you might be asking, okay, what kind of stuff should I upload? Well, think strategically. This is how you give your AI superpowers. Market trend reports? That gives it the ability to see the future. Competitor pricing data? That gives it a sharp competitive edge. And niche-specific case studies? That gives it real-world examples to learn from. This is how you make sure its advice is anything but generic.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun. We've built an intelligent agent, which is great, but now we need to see what it can actually do. It's time to put our AI to the test and let it show off its creative firepower.
So here's the creative workflow we're going to follow. First, you just ask your agent to come up with a prompt for a super short video ad. Next, you take that prompt and plug it into a video tool like Veo to bring it to life. After that, you create a cool, matching music track. And finally, you just host those files online somewhere public, like Google Drive or YouTube. Boom, you've got a mini portfolio of your agent's creative work.
All right, we're heading into the final showcase. This is like the big reveal, the demo day. You've built the agent, you've created some amazing assets with it. Now it's time to put it on stage and really show off its intelligence.
What you're going to do is record a quick 3-minute video of your screen. But here's the key. Don't just ask it something easy. You have to challenge it. Ask it a really complex, super niche-specific question that actually forces it to use that custom library you uploaded. This is how you prove that it's a genuine expert and not just a fancy search engine.
So, when it comes to what really matters, where should you put your energy? Let's look at the breakdown. Notice how agent intelligence and logic construction together make up a massive 70% of the grade. That means the quality of its brain and the thinking behind it, that's what truly matters. The creative assets are cool for sure, but the brain is the real star of this show.
Okay, we are so close to the finish line. This last part is super important, but don't worry, it's also super simple. It's just about the one rule for submission that you absolutely have to get right. I want you to remember one number. Just one. That's it. Your entire project, all of your amazing work has to be packaged into a single, solitary public link. Not two links, not a folder of links, just one.
And that one link, it has to be public. I can't stress this enough. A public link means anyone can see it, which means we can grade it. But a private link, it's going to ask for a login and not just a dead end. We can't assess it. This is probably the most common mistake, but it's also the easiest one to avoid.
So, let's run through the final checklist just to be safe. Your whole project should be in one Google Doc or one Canva link. You'll submit it on the platform. But before you even think about hitting that submit button, please do this one crucial test. Copy your link, open an incognito or private browser window, and paste it in. If it works for you there, you are golden.
And that's it. Seriously, you've got it. From finding that perfect niche all the way to that final submission checklist, you now have the complete blueprint. You have every single step you need to build a specialized, intelligent, and genuinely useful AI marketing agent.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Now that you have the skills to build this incredible tool, the only real question left is, what problem will your AI solve first?